Captain Han Ju stood at the main window of the Earth space vessel Pioneer The stars look different out here, so far from home. After 3 years of travel, they had become the first humans to leave their solar system. "Captain, we're picking up something strange," said Kim Do-yeon, the ship's science officer. His eyes were fixed on the screen in front of him. "It's big, and it's moving toward us." Han walked over to look at Kim's screen. "Is it a ship?" "I think so," Kim said, "but it's not one of ours." Security Chief Park Ji joined them at the screen. Her hand moved to the weapon at her side. "Should we be worried?" Before Han could answer, the main screen lit up. A strange face appeared. It had pale blue skin, large black eyes, and no visible nose. When it spoke, its words came through the ship's computer. "Greetings, unknown vessel. I am Ambassador Raxil of the Galactic Confederation." The crew of the Pioneer froze. First contact with alien life. This was a historic moment. Han stepped forward. "I am Captain Han Ju of the Earth space vessel Pioneer We come in peace from the planet Earth." The alien's large eyes blinked slowly. "Humans, you are far from your home system. We did not expect to meet your kind for at least another 50 years. We've been working on our engines," Han said with a smile. Ambassador Raxil invited the humans to board the Confederation ship for a formal meeting. Han chose Kim, Park, and 3 other crew members to join him. The alien ship was huge. Its halls were wide and tall, with soft, curved walls. Ambassador Raxil led them to a large round room with a table in the center. "Please sit," the ambassador said. But as the humans moved toward the table, Han noticed something odd. The aliens were backing away. They kept at least 3 meters between themselves and the humans at all times. During the meeting, Han learned that the Galactic Confederation included 37 different alien species. They had been traveling the stars for thousands of years. Earth was on their list of planets to contact when ready. "Your arrival is surprising," said Raxil. "But we welcome you to the greater community of spacefaring peoples." While they talked, Kim was scanning the aliens with a small device hidden in his sleeve. He leaned close to Han's ear. "Captain, their heart rates are elevated. Their body temperature is rising. And they're releasing chemicals similar to our adrenaline," he whispered. Han looked around the room. The aliens were keeping their distance. Their large eyes never left the humans. Their thin fingers trembled slightly when they reached for their drinks. "They're afraid of us," Kim said quietly. Han thought about this. Why would these advanced aliens fear humans? They had bigger ships, better technology, and probably better weapons. As if reading his thoughts, Ambassador Raxil spoke. "Captain Han, we would like to invite you and your crew to Starbase Epsilon for a diplomatic summit. There are many things we must discuss about your entry into the Confederation." "We would be honored," Han replied. Later, back on the Pioneer the crew gathered to discuss the invitation. "Did anyone else notice how they kept away from us?" Park asked. "They were scared," Kim confirmed. "But why? What do they know about humans that we don't?" Han looked out at the alien ship floating alongside them. It was sleek and beautiful, a marvel of technology. These beings could have crushed the Pioneer without effort. Yet they feared its human crew. "I don't know," Han said, "but I think we're about to find out." The Pioneer changed course, following the alien ship toward Starbase Epsilon and into humanity's new future among the stars. Starbase Epsilon was a giant ring in space. As the Pioneer approached, the crew stared in wonder at the massive structure. Thousands of ships moved around it like bugs around a light. "It's amazing," whispered Kim Do-yeon as he looked out the window. The Pioneer docked at one of the smaller bays. Captain Han led his team into the station. Lee Minho, the ship's anthropologist, walked beside him. "Remember," Han said to his crew, "we are guests here. We represent all of Earth. They entered a huge room filled with aliens of all shapes and sizes. Some had 6 legs, others floated in the air. Some were as small as a child, while others were 3 times the size of a human. But one thing was the same. They all kept their distance from the humans. Ambassador Raxil greeted them. "Welcome to Starbase Epsilon. The summit will begin soon." Lee Minho watched the aliens carefully. "Captain," he said quietly, "have you noticed that they all stay at least 3 steps away from us, even in this crowded room?" Han nodded. "I've noticed. What do you think it means?" "I think something about us scares them," Lee said. "Something basic, something they all share despite being different species." During the summit, the humans sat at a large round table with leaders from the Confederation. They discussed trade, technology, and the rules of space travel. But there was tension in the air. Finally, a small green alien with large ears stood up. "We must address the elephant in the room," it said. Han looked confused. "I don't see an elephant." The alien blinked. "It is a saying we learned from studying your language. It means to discuss an obvious problem that no one wants to talk about." "And what is this problem?" Han asked. The alien looked nervous. "You, humans, your nature." A tall, thin alien with purple skin introduced itself as Dr. Xelf. "Captain Han, what do you know about how species evolve?" "Some animals eat plants. Some animals eat other animals," Han said simply. "Yes," Dr. Xelf said. "And in the history of the galaxy, only prey animals have developed intelligence enough for space travel. Until now." The room was silent. "I don't understand," said Park Jai. Dr. Xelf pointed at her eyes. "Your eyes face forward, for hunting. Your teeth are made for tearing meat. You can run for hours without stopping. You hunt in groups. You can ignore pain that would stop any of us." Han began to understand. "You're saying that humans evolved as predators." "Not just predators," Dr. Xelf said. "Apex predators, the most dangerous kind on your planet." Whispers filled the room. Some aliens moved even further away from the humans. "Every species here evolved running away from creatures like you," Ambassador Raxil explained. "It is in our blood to fear you. We cannot help it." Lee Minho nodded slowly. "So that's why you stay away from us. You have an instinct to run." "Yes," said Raxil. "We had hoped to wait until humans were more established in space before meeting, to prepare ourselves." An angry voice called from across the room. "They are too dangerous. They should not be allowed in the Confederation." Other voices joined in agreement. Han stood up. "We came in peace. We have no desire to harm anyone." "Your desires may not matter," Dr. Xelf said quietly. "What if your predator nature is too strong? What if, one day, you see us as prey?" Before Han could answer, alarms began to sound throughout the station. Red lights flashed on the walls. Ambassador Raxil's communicator beeped. After listening for a moment, his blue face turned pale. "What is it?" Han asked. "The Vorgax," Raxil said, his voice shaking. "They have attacked 3 more worlds. They are coming this way." Fear spread through the room like a wave, but Captain Han and his crew did not feel afraid. They felt something else, something that confirmed everything the aliens feared about humans. They felt ready for a fight. The meeting room turned into a scene of panic. Aliens rushed about, some crying out in their strange languages. Their fear filled the air like a thick fog. Captain Han watched as Ambassador Raxil tried to calm everyone. His blue hands shook as he called for quiet. "What are the Vorgax?" Han asked when the noise died down a little. Dr. Xelf's purple face looked even paler than before. "They are death," he said simply. "They appeared 6 months ago from unknown space. They attack worlds, consume all life, and move on." A large screen on the wall showed images that made even the humans uneasy. Entire planets burned. Strange bug-like ships swarmed around dying worlds. And on the ground, dark shapes moved with terrible speed, tearing through buildings and people alike. They are a hive mind, Dr. Xelth explained. Many bodies with one thinking brain. They eat everything in their path. How many worlds have they taken? Kim Do-yeon asked. 17 so far, Raxiel said. We try to fight, but... His voice trailed off. But what? Park Ji-hye pressed. A tall, thin alien with gray skin spoke up. But we cannot fight as you would. When the danger comes, our bodies tell us to run. It is in our blood, in our history. Even our best soldiers freeze or flee when the Vorgax attack. Han looked at his crew. They didn't show fear. Instead, they looked thoughtful, even determined. The Vorgax are predators, Lee Min-ho said, understanding dawning on his face. Like humans. Yes, said Dr. Xelth, but far worse. They do not kill only what they need. They kill everything. Park Ji stepped forward. You fear us because we are predators. But that also means we understand how predators think, how they hunt. A new alarm sounded. A voice came over the speakers, high and panicked. The Vorgax fleet has been spotted near Colony Theta 9. All ships prepare for evacuation. Raxiel turned to his aides. How many people are on Theta 9? Over 5 million, came the answer. We'll never get them all out in time, Raxiel said, his voice breaking. Han stepped forward. Let us help. The aliens looked at him with their large, frightened eyes. The Pioneer is small, but fast, Han continued. We have weapons, and we are not afraid to fight. You don't understand, one alien said. The Vorgax are too many, too strong. Every predator has weaknesses, Park said firmly. We just need to find them. After much argument, the Confederation agreed to let the Pioneer join the defense fleet heading to Colony Theta 9. As they prepared to leave, Dr. Xelth approached Han. Why would you help us? He asked. We just told you we fear your kind. That many don't want you in the Confederation. Han thought for a moment. On Earth, we have a saying. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The Vorgax threaten all life. That makes them our enemy too. Dr. Xelth nodded slowly. There is something else you should know. The Vorgax, they avoid direct conflict with your kind. What do you mean? Han asked. In the few cases where they encountered humans, they seem to recognize you, as if they see you as rival predators, not prey. Han smiled, and Dr. Xelth took a small step back when he saw the look in the human's eyes. Then they're smart, Han said, because that's exactly what we are. As the Pioneer prepared to leave Starbase Epsilon, the crew felt a new sense of purpose. They were heading into danger, but they weren't afraid. For the first time since leaving Earth, they understood their place in the galaxy. They were hunters. And now, they had prey. Colony Theta 9 was a beautiful world with green fields and blue oceans. From space, it looked peaceful. But that peace was about to end. The Pioneer joined 20 Confederation ships in orbit around the planet. Captain Han was surprised by how large the alien ships were. The smallest was 5 times bigger than the Pioneer *. Captain, they're asking you to join a meeting on the command ship, Kim Do-yeon said, looking up from his screen. On the Confederation command ship, alien leaders gathered around a large table. They looked nervous. The Vorgax will be here in 3 hours, said Commander Telix, a tall alien with gold skin. We will try to hold them off while the people escape. How many ships do the Vorgax have? Han asked. At least 50, Telix replied. Many more than us. And how many people can you get off the planet in 3 hours? Telix looked down. Maybe 1 million, not more. Han thought about the other 4 million people who would be left behind. We need a better plan than just running away. The aliens looked at him with doubt in their eyes. Back on the Pioneer Han gathered his crew. We need to find a way to beat the Vorgax. Any ideas? Choi Jin-young, the ship's engineer, spoke up. I've been studying the videos of their attacks. The way they move their ships reminds me of something. What? Han asked. Wolves, Choi said. They hunt like wolf packs. They surround their target, cut off escape, and attack from all sides. Han smiled. We know how to fight wolves. When the Vorgax arrived, they came just as Choi had predicted. 50 dark ships moving in perfect formation. The Confederation ships fired their weapons, but the Vorgax dodged easily. Then the alien ships began to break formation, some turning to run. They're running away, Park Ji-hai said in surprise. Han grabbed the communication link. All ships, hold your positions. Do not break formation. But it was too late. The Confederation ships scattered, and the Vorgax moved in for the kill. Like wolves, they separated the weakest ships and destroyed them one by one. This is a disaster, Kim said as they watched the battle unfold. Han made a quick decision. All Confederation ships, this is Captain Han. Fall back to the planet's moon. I repeat, retreat to the moon. Some ships were already gone, fleeing into deep space, but 12 ships followed Han's order and retreated to the moon. Behind the moon, safe for a moment, Han spoke to the remaining ship captains. The Vorgax hunt like pack predators. They want us to run so they can chase us down one by one. What choice do we have? One alien captain asked, his voice shaking. We fight like predators too, Han said. We set a trap. Han explained his plan. The Pioneer would act as bait, pretending to be damage. When the Vorgax came to finish it off, the other ships would attack from hiding places around the moon. This is very dangerous, Commander Telek said. Yes, Han agreed. But it's our only chance to save those people down there. The plan worked better than they hoped. The Vorgax, seeing the small human ship limping away, sent 5 ships to destroy it. The Confederation ships, following Han's strict orders, waited until the perfect moment, then attacked all at once. For the first time, the Vorgax were caught by surprise. 4 of their ships were destroyed before they could react. The 5th turned to run. Don't let it escape, Han ordered. It will warn the others. The Pioneer fired its last missiles, destroying the fleeing ship. When they returned to the main battle, they found the Vorgax formation broken. Seeing some of their ships destroyed, the Vorgax pulled back and then left the system completely. The aliens looked at Captain Han and his crew with new eyes, not with fear, but with something else. Respect. News of the victory at Colony Theta 9 spread quickly through the Confederation. For the first time, someone had beaten the Vorgax in battle, and it was humans who had done it. 1 week later, 3 more ships from Earth arrived at Starbase Epsilon. Captain Han greeted them with pride. Earth sent help as soon as they got our message. He told Ambassador Raxil, "These are our best military minds and soldiers." Raxil looked at the new humans with a mix of fear and hope. We need them. The Vorgax have attacked 2 more worlds since Theta 9. In a large meeting room, Captain Han explained what they had learned about fighting the Vorgax. The new human captains listened carefully. They hunt like wolves, Han said. They expect their prey to run. When we don't run, they get confused. We need to teach the Confederation ships not to run, said Captain Ba, one of the new arrivals. That's the first step. Engineer Choi Jinyang had been working day and night with alien engineers. He showed everyone his new designs. The Vorgax ships have weak spots here and here, he said, pointing to a screen. Their back engines and lower sensors are not well protected. If we hit them there, we can do more damage. The aliens were amazed by how quickly humans understood the Vorgax weaknesses. How did you figure this out so fast? One alien engineer asked. Choi smiled. On Earth, we study predators to protect ourselves from them, and sometimes to hunt them. The Confederation leaders made a hard decision. They put humans in charge of their military ships. Many aliens were scared to have humans as commanders, but they were more scared of the Vorgax. Captain Han created a training program for alien crews. He taught them to control their fear, to stay in formation even when they wanted to run. Fear is natural, he told them. Even humans feel fear. The difference is what you do with that fear. You can run or you can fight. Some aliens learned faster than others. Those who did became the first line of a new Confederation defense force. Meanwhile, Dr. Kim Do-yeon made an important discovery. He had been studying videos of Vorgax attacks from planets where humans lived. "Look at this," he said to Captain Han, showing him a video. "The Vorgax are avoiding direct fights with human settlements. They go around them, attack alien areas first." Han watched the video carefully. "They see us as rival predators." "Yes," Kim said. "And predators usually avoid fighting other predators if they can. It's too risky." This gave Han an idea. He proposed a new strategy to the Confederation Council. Human ships would lead each attack group. They would be the first to engage the Vorgax, the tip of the spear. "The Vorgax hesitate when they see humans," Han explained. "That gives us an advantage." Some council members didn't like the plan. They still didn't fully trust humans. "What if you decide to take over our ships?" one asked. "You are predators, after all." Captain Han looked the alien in the eyes. "On Earth, the strongest predators are often the best protectors. Lions protect their pride. Wolves protect their pack." He paused. "We will protect the Confederation because you are now part of our pack." The alien council members talked among themselves for a long time. Finally, they agreed to Han's plan. As the meeting ended, Ambassador Raxil approached Han. "We were wrong to fear humans," he said quietly. "Now we fear what would happen without you." Han nodded. "Don't worry. The hunt has just begun." 3 months had passed since humans joined the fight against the Vorgax. In that time, they had won several battles and saved 4 worlds from attack. Now it was time to take the fight to the enemy. "We found their main staging area," Commander Yang Hyunwoo told the War Council. He pointed to a star system on the large map. "They gather their ships here before attacking new worlds." The aliens and humans studied the map. It showed a planet with 3 moons, surrounded by hundreds of Vorgax ships. "There are too many ships," said an alien commander. "We cannot fight them all." "We don't need to," Yang said. "We just need to hit them where it hurts." Yang's plan was bold. While the main fleet attacked from the front as a distraction, a small team would sneak onto the planet's surface. There, they would find and destroy the Vorgax control center. "The Vorgax are a hive mind," Yang explained. "Cut off the head, and the body dies." Captain Han approved the plan. "Who will lead the ground team?" "I will," Yang said. "And I want Sergeant Jo Eunji on my team." Sergeant Jo was a small woman with sharp eyes. She had studied animal behavior on Earth and understood predators better than anyone. "The team will be 6 humans and 6 aliens," Yang continued. "We'll need both to succeed." 2 days later, the counter-offensive began. 50 Confederation ships, led by Captain Han, jumped into the Vorgax system. The battle was fierce. Vorgax ships swarmed like angry bees. While the space battle raged, Commander Yang's team snuck past in a small, fast ship. They landed on the planet far from the main Vorgax base. "Stay close and stay quiet," Yang told his team as they moved through thick, strange forests. "The Vorgax can feel each other's minds. If one spots us, they all know." Sergeant Jo led the way. She moved like a hunter, quiet and careful. The aliens on the team tried to copy her movements. After hours of walking, they reached a hill overlooking the Vorgax base. It was a massive structure, like a giant beehive made of metal and bone. "There's the control center," Jo said, pointing to a tall spire in the middle. "That's where the Queen will be." "Queen?" one of the aliens asked, his voice shaking. "Yes," Jo explained. "Hive species like the Vorgax are usually led by a single queen who controls all others. Kill her, and the rest lose direction." They waited until dark, then moved toward the base. But as they got closer, they were spotted. Alarm sounds filled the air. Hundreds of Vorgax drones poured out of the base. The team was surrounded. The aliens in the group froze in fear. "We need to retreat," one of them cried. But Sergeant Joe did something unexpected. Instead of running away, she ran straight toward the nearest group of Vorgax, shouting a war cry. The other humans followed her without question. The aliens hesitated, then joined them too. The Vorgax seemed confused. Their prey was running toward them, not away. For a crucial moment, they paused. That moment was all Joe needed. She broke through their line and headed for the control spire, with the team close behind. Inside the base, they fought their way to the central chamber. The aliens on the team found new courage, inspired by the humans' fearlessness. As they reached the control room, Joe looked at the battle screens. The Vorgax ships were beating Captain Hand's fleet. They had little time left. "We need to find the Queen," Joe said. "And we need to find her now." She turned to face deeper into the Vorgax hive, where something large was moving in the shadows. Her eyes narrowed, and she readied her weapon. The hunt was about to reach its climax. The Vorgax Queen was huge. She stood 3 times taller than a human, with 6 legs and sharp claws. Her head had 4 eyes that glowed red in the dim light of the control room. "So the prey comes to me," the Queen said. Her voice was like many voices speaking at once. Brave, but foolish. Sergeant Jo Eunji stood her ground. "We are not prey," she said firmly. "We are hunters." The Queen made a sound like laughter. All her prey to the Vorgax. Commander Yang and the team spread out around the room. The alien team members were shaking with fear, but they held their positions. "Your drones will die without your control," Yang said to the Queen. "Surrender now." The Queen's eyes flashed with anger. "I am Vorgax. I do not surrender." She lunged forward with shocking speed. 2 team members fell before they could fire their weapons. The rest scattered, taking cover behind equipment. Joe watched how the Queen moved. Like all predators, she had patterns. She attacked the weakest first. She protected her back. She used her size to scare her enemies. "She's hunting us," Joe said to Yang. "But we can hunt her too." Joe had an idea. She took off her helmet and coat, leaving them on the floor. Then she moved to a new position. "What are you doing?" Yang whispered. "Making her think like a predator, not like a queen," Joe replied. The Vorgax Queen saw the abandoned gear and moved toward it, thinking she had cornered one of the humans. While she was distracted, Joe circled behind her. In space, the battle was going badly for the Confederation fleet. Captain Hand's ship had taken heavy damage. Many other ships were destroyed or trying to retreat. "We can't hold much longer," Park Ji-hai told Han as their ship shook from another hit. "We must give the ground team more time," Han said. "Bring us closer to their main ship." Back in the control room, Joe was now directly behind the Queen. But the Queen sensed her and turned quickly. "Clever prey," the Queen hissed, "but not clever enough." She grabbed Joe with one of her claws, lifting her off the ground. Joe struggled but couldn't break free. "Your kind has caused us much trouble," the Queen said. "But soon all humans will be gone, like all others who oppose us." Joe stopped struggling. She looked directly into the Queen's eyes and smiled. "You know why you hate us?" Joe asked calmly. "Because we're not afraid. We don't run." The Queen brought Joe closer to her face. "You should be afraid." "No," Joe said. "You should." At that moment, Yang and the rest of the team fired at the Queen from all sides. Their weapons had little effect on her thick skin, but they distracted her. Joe broke free and fell to the ground. The Queen roared in anger and turned to attack Yang. But this gave Joe the opening she needed. She ran to the main control panel and placed a small device on it. "This ends now," Joe said, and pressed a button on the device. A high-pitched sound filled the room. The Queen screamed and fell to her knees, clutching her head. "What have you done?" she cried. disrupted your connection to the hive, Joe explained. You're alone now, just like us. The queen tried to stand but couldn't. Without the mental energy of the hive mind, she was weakening quickly. You cannot defeat us, the queen said, her voice now just one voice, weak and afraid. We are many. But we are predators, Joe replied. And on our world, even the smallest predator can take down prey much larger than itself if it knows the right spot to bite. She raised her weapon and fired one last time. In space, the Vorgak ships suddenly stopped attacking. They drifted aimlessly, like puppets with cut strings. Captain Han watched in amazement. They did it, he whispered. They actually did it. The final hunt was over, and humans had proven themselves to be the galaxy's ultimate predators. 1 month after the defeat of the Vorgak's queen, representatives from all 37 species of the Galactic Confederation gathered on Starbase Epsilon. The station had been decorated with symbols from Earth and the Confederation worlds. Captain Han Juwu stood before the Confederation Council. Beside him were Commander Yang, Surgeon Zhou, and the rest of the human crews who had fought the Vorgaks. Today we welcome humanity as full members of the Galactic Confederation, announced Ambassador Raxil. His voice no longer shook when he stood near humans. Without their courage and unique abilities, many more worlds would have been lost to the Vorgaks. The crowd cheered. Even those who had most feared humans now showed their respect. Dr. Xelth stepped forward. The remaining Vorgaks have been contained on 3 uninhabited planets. Without their queen, they are no longer a united threat. They are just animals now. What will happen to them? Anne asked. We will watch them, Raxil said. Make sure they never leave those planets. It is more mercy than they showed others. After the ceremony, a new training center was opened on Starbase Epsilon. Here, humans would teach Confederation soldiers how to overcome their fear and fight when necessary. We don't want to change who you are, Han told the first class of alien cadets. Your instincts to avoid conflict have created a peaceful galaxy, but sometimes peace must be defended. Park Jihai became the head trainer. She was tough but fair. Under her guidance, many aliens learned to control their fear enough to stand and fight when needed. Engineer Choi Jinyang worked with alien scientists to create better ships and weapons, just in case new threats appeared. But he also helped design tools for peaceful exploration. Predators don't just hunt, he explained to his alien colleagues. They also protect their territory and those under their care. In recognition of humanity's role in saving the Confederation, Captain Han was named the first human ambassador to the Confederation Council. At his first council meeting, some members still seemed nervous around him, but most welcomed him warmly. We have studied your history, one council member said. Humans have fought many wars against each other. You can be violent and dangerous. Yes, Han admitted. Those are parts of our nature we work to control. But you are also loyal and protective, the alien continued. You risk yourselves for others, even those not of your kind. This is also your nature. Han nodded. The best predators protect their pack. And now, the Confederation is our pack. 5 years later, on a school world far from Earth, alien children gathered in a classroom. Their teacher, a blue-skinned alien named Trell, showed them images of different Confederation species. And these, Trell said, pointing to pictures of humans, are our protectors. Once we feared them because they evolved as predators. Now we welcome them as friends. A small child raised a hand. Are they really the most dangerous species in the galaxy? Trell smiled. They can be. But danger and safety are 2 sides of the same coin. The same strength that makes them dangerous to enemies makes them safe for friends. The children looked at the pictures with wonder, not fear. That evening, Captain Han, now Ambassador Han, visited the school. The children crowded around him, asking questions about Earth and humans. Is it true humans can run for days without stopping? One child asked. Is it true you can regrow damaged body parts? Asked another. Han laughed. and answered their questions patiently. As he did, he thought about how much had changed. These children would grow up seeing humans not as monsters to fear, but as guardians to respect. The Vorgacs had called all other life forms prey. They never understood that sometimes prey evolves into something more dangerous than the predator. They never understood that in the long history of Earth, humans had been both predator and prey, and had learned the strengths of both. Humans, the galaxy's ultimate predators, and now its most dedicated protectors.